trouble nearby.
Brigands.
Almost lost it there.
Just like that, Sam. Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter. Route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Good to see you again. Delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Retrieved that cargo from those troublemakers, did you? We're all very grateful. Now, let's review the order details. This cargo is in exceptional condition. You are the best. I want you to have this data. It'll help you in your work. We've designated more materials for your use. Data.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Got our hands on those bastards' gear now. And it's all thanks to you. With this tech, We should have no trouble whatsoever monitoring and tracking their movements from here. Also, something tells me you've earned the Lone Commander's respect. Call it a hunch, giving you more imposing aura. I reckon the Golden Fist and the Island Inventor will be keen to meet with you. You're damn right I do. His skills as a soldier and leader were second to none. A marksman like you wouldn't believe. And not just with a rifle either. He once captured an enemy outpost with nothing but his custom handgun for company. If you can find a way to gain his trust, I'm sure he'll have something of value to teach you. But the poor bloke still holds himself responsible for the death of his comrades. Wrongly, in my opinion. The way I see it, if he couldn't save them, then no one could. A strange sort of fella, if I'm being honest. He set up shop on an island he never leaves so he could devote himself to his research. And if you head north from here, past West Fort Knot, you'll come across a lonely island just off the coast. As for this research, I've only met him once myself, and I couldn't make head nor tail of whatever the hell it was he was trying to build. But perhaps you'll have better luck than me if you decide to pay him a visit. He's a combat specialist who used to be stationed at Cape Fort Knot, which was a settlement located to the north of West Fort Knot. Anyway, he was a champion boxer, so he excels at close-range engagements, as one would expect. One time, when he heard a group of trigger-happy arseholes were getting ready to attack Cape Fort Knot, he went out alone and took the lot of them down with his bare hands. I'm honestly not sure how he's getting on these days, but if you could bring him into the chiral network, you gain the support of a powerful ally. This is a chiral anti-gravity device that can be attached to your backpack. Slap it on and your cargo will feel significantly lighter. And the more of them you use, the more noticeable the effect becomes. Any porter ought to appreciate a piece of kit like this. I'm sure you'll be a big fan.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, take a good look at the tracks you've made.
I appreciate
They're proof
the
that you were here in this time and place. They have the power to give courage to others who see them. And in time,
Commencing route creation.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Be counting on you, Sam.
A word of warning, Sam. That sniper rifle doesn't appear to be equipped with a suppressor, meaning it will make considerable noise when fired. Take care not to attract the enemy's attention.
Hey, come and get me!
Did you just drop some cargo, Sam?
You a porter? Those brigands, are they all gone? Wow, this is a relief. I was beginning to think I was done for. Give me a moment to confirm the order details. You put on a clinic out there. Well done. We'd already written this off as lost. You've made everyone's day bringing it in. You seem like a porter we can rely on. Go on, use your Cupid to get us online. Quickly now. I'll feel a lot safer once we're all hooked up. Online at long last. This ought to do wonders for our ability to monitor chiralium levels by the plate gate, as well as keep an eye on the target. More accurate data will definitely make travel safer for you and your friends aboard the DHV Magellan too. Ever since the plate gate appeared, we've been seeing increasingly dramatic anomalies all throughout the Australian continent. Some theorise that the UCA's connection to the chiral network destabilised all areas with our coverage. But what's done is done though. Our best bet is to follow suit and connect Australia too. It may also serve you to know that there are 4 environmental observatories, including this one. If you can bring them all onto the network, we're confident we'll be able to calculate where and when the next plate gate will appear. Anyway, you should already have access to the data we designated for you. Now, if we could only manage to get that old road patched up and usable. Well, there's our schematic for an MP shell variant grenade. MP shells explode on impact and are non-lethal munitions that can not only incapacitate humans, but also deal corrosive damage to mechs. And while they're not as effective as blood grenades, they can definitely hurt BTs too. In any case, you might want to keep a few stashed in your grenade pouch at all times. We've also shared data for a grenade pistol. While it's only good for a few shots, this gun lets you fire MP shell grenades as projectiles. Its small profile means it packs easily as cargo and won't get in the way. Naturally, it'll fit snugly into any handgun holster as well. Our last contribution is the battle skeleton. Like other skeletons you may have used, it increases your maximum carrying capacity and movement speed. This particular model also, however, it'll consume battery. If you find yourself running low while on the road, you ought to take one out for a spin. It once ran through this region. Saw quite a lot of traffic from what I hear. If you scrounged up enough materials to keep the autopaver fed, you could make it just like it was back in the old days. But it's not like we have everything you need just lying around. Restoring roads is a massive undertaking, to put it mildly. Having said all that, east of this facility, you'll find the Smoke Hill mine. Get them operational and processing ores again, and you should have no trouble securing the requisite materials. I've posted a sub-order for this task, so take it on if you're interested. We can't thank you enough, Sam. Before you go, you've been getting a lot of praise for all your hard work. And in recognition of this, it seems you've been officially cleared to take on standard orders. Between the harsh conditions and the violent outlaws, there are fewer and fewer folks willing to serve as porters these days. But there's no shortage of people who need help. So I encourage you to take a look if you're interested. You can review the available requests by bringing up the list via your ring terminal. You'll find a new sub-order too. We need someone to restore the mine. Bet you could benefit from having it operational as well. Anyway, Thanks again for going above and beyond. Best wishes and safe travels to you, my friend.
That's some good work, Sam. The DHV Magellan's parked not too far from your position. You'll be able to pick up your next order on the ship. But before that, you should head back to your room and rest up. I imagine you're both pretty tired. You and Dolman.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, take a good look at the tracks you've made. They're proof that you were here in this time and place. They have the power to give courage to others who see them. And in time, they'll become roads, allowing you to connect with your fellow man.
Transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Glad we can count on you.
accepted. Thank you.
Okay.
Sign detected nearby.
Mine's up and running again. Oh boy, that must hurt.
Note that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Thanks for stopping by.
Gotcha!
Glad you could make it all the way out, Sam. Right then, let's have a look at this order. Did a little restoration, did you? I don't know where you found this. I have a feeling this data will be of use to you. Take it, please. We're increasing your allocation of materials. Hope it
Now displaying your current order grade.
When operational, the mines can provide us with a steady supply of natural resources. And with raw materials like that at your disposal, you'd have an easier time making deliveries. It's a good reason to restore any other mines you happen to come. Oh yeah, north of here are some much bigger mines even. Used to be you could find active mines scattered all throughout the continent. Because of the gold rushes, you know. From what I understand, the rail network was pretty extensive before the Death Stranding, and unmanned trains filled to the brim with precious minerals ran day and night. I should mention that we're actually developing a new system that's something of a successor to the old railways. If you head north, you can see it for yourself. I've shared data with you for an electric shock absorber you can attach to your backpack. While equipped, it'll reduce the damage you suffer when struck by electrical attacks. Even better, it'll also harness some of the juice to recharge your batteries. Goes without saying, that could come in very handy. Be sure to give it a try sometime.
Order completed. Well done.
don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Perhaps we could take a break? Talking in your sleep. Kept repeating the name Amelie.
Sam, Tarman here. I'd like to brief you on this next order of yours. Once you're ready to head out, access the delivery terminal on the DHV Magellan to proceed.
So, the files say you worked with Amelie to connect everyone in the UCA to the chiral network. But that despite your best efforts, an extinction event known as the Last Stranding seemed destined to kill us all. Until Amelie found a way to put a stop to it. She single-handedly sealed off the extinction entity's beach, preventing countless BTs from invading our world, and in doing so, saved humanity. But why am I telling you this? You were there to witness it all with your own two eyes. And you, of all people, must know that humanity can never truly escape extinction. The ultimate goal of, if we succeed, at least that's how I see it. Are you all right, Sam? What was that just now? Did something happen?
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid. It seems we have a little problem. The tar currents nearby have grown unstable. Under these conditions, it's unlikely we'll be able to establish a chiral network connection. Our scans have identified a potential cause. An unknown device located within a brigand outpost to the north of West Fort Knot. It's hardly an elegant solution, but we need you to destroy it. When you're ready, take on this main order to proceed. The client in this case is the musician. I can't wait to hear what he has to share with the network. Don't let us down, Sam. Hey, Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets or MP shells. Alternatively, consider getting close enough to access the device directly. You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to disable it without resorting to brute force. Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter on site will be wearing armor protecting both their heads and bodies, and that every one of these armored units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing them to move in and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've gone ahead and added armored enemies to our VR weapons and combat training programs. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths. That's all the information I have for now. Review your potential routes and finalize your equipment loadout before heading out. We're counting on you, Sam.
Out there.
Sam. You've disabled the target. All right, let's deliver the cargo. survey an area, I have to rely on a very special power. My strength of will, you might say. The requisite focus can be rather exhausting, but I'm happy to grin and bear it since it's for your sake. So, if you deem it necessary, feel free to send me airborne as many times as you like. It won't use up any battery or chiral crystals either. All it requires is that I place my absolute faith in you. Which I do, so don't hesitate to ask for it.
Hold on. You're with Drawbridge, am I right? Hope the brigands weren't too much trouble. Though you look okay. Glad you can make it. Alright, let's take a look at this cargo of yours. I can see you took extra care with this. Thank you. definitely have more work for you if you want it. I've been waiting a long time for this. Okay, use your Cupid to hook me up.
This is really something. I'm part of the chiral network, which means everyone can finally listen to my songs. Then with the music player, you'll be able to set the mood for your adventures. And just like that, the world's gotten so much bigger. Yeah, looks like my weapon data has been shared with everyone too. So about the recording you brought me, it almost sounds like a whale song. But there's something off about it. I'll need more time to figure it out. Anyway, I'll send you updates via the SSS. Yeah, I got it from a friend who knows all about weapons. Now, this is way back in the day, when I was traveling in search of new music. Well, he said I'd need to protect myself, taught me how to use it and everything. But I never did in the end. Just as well, I'm better with instruments, you know? Apparently this shines when you break it out at close range. Incorporates the latest tech as well, so it ought to pack one hell of a punch. In an ideal world, we wouldn't ever need stuff like this. But I bet it's a necessary evil for you. Do what you gotta. Yep, I can really immerse myself in my work here. Sadly, all the music I've made never gets heard by anyone else. Still, that's about to change. Because of that update I pushed you earlier, the new music player function, remember? In it, you'll find a sample of my work. When you've got the time, be it on the job or relaxing somewhere, why don't you take a listen? That tar man's the one who recorded it. He said he heard it while he was out tar fishing. Have a listen. Call me crazy, but we might be dealing with something like a whale. Another interesting thing to note, creatures that hear this song make an effort to avoid the source. There's not much else I can say with confidence. However, give me some time to analyze it, and I might get you some answers. Gotta get going, huh? Well, hey, thank you for the help. You know, I've been wondering how those brigands got their hands on that disruptor thing. I'm just saying, they certainly don't have the know-how to build one. It's kind of worrying. Oh yeah, I had another favor I wanted to ask, if that's cool. I lost some cargo near and dear to my heart, even though I tried my best to keep it safe. I've tracked it to this dangerous place. Too dangerous for someone like me. The request's open to anyone willing to accept, but something tells me you'll deliver. Get it? Anyway, if this kind of works up your alley, then take a look at my suborder.
Thank you so much, Sam. I have high hopes for his work, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. As for that strange device, it seems that its effect on the tar currents blocked all chiral communications. So I think it's only fair that we call it a chiral jammer. Anyway, while the currents in the area have settled down somewhat, we've received a number of troubling new reports. For one, a tar eruption was recorded in the direct vicinity of West Fort Knot. A group of figures clad in red and a large unidentified black mass were observed just prior to this eruption as well. Needless to say, the anomalous tar current activity near West Fort Knot may be related to these events, so we can't afford to ignore them and proceed with network expansion. We've got no choice but to investigate and address any cause that may be present on site. The corresponding main order has been added to this delivery terminal. I've got a feeling a difficult fight might be ahead of you, Sam. I strongly advise you to prepare accordingly.
Delivery route finalized. Transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter. Route creation.
Feel free to stop by anytime you like.
I'm Sam!
I'll be looking forward to your next visit.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Okay.
Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
Process your orders and request.
Hey, Sam, I've been waiting for you. Decided to take on that order, huh? Okay, I'll check out the cargo then. This is great! You're always there just when I need you. Allow me to express my gratitude with this data. Do you have enough materials? Why don't...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
You are incredible. And with talents like those, I went and... If you... Yeah, got it from a kindred spirit in the UCA. Stuff that'll hit you right in the Kandha. A classic tune. When you head back to your room, have a listen. For real, you'll be hooked. That's right, or so I've heard. They live on the edge of Atar Lake to explore the limits of what a human being can handle. Only interested in meeting exceptional folks capable of pushing said limits. Sadly, nobody has come along that fits the bill. Makes for an interesting story, huh? Which has me wondering, what kind of person would be good enough? Again, thank you so much, Sam. It's weird, though. How did something I know I'd stored safely end up in a place like that? Anyway, you might want to keep an eye on your own stuff. Take care, and please come back soon.
have sufficient means to defend yourself?
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
Hello! Feel free to stop.
A new feature has been made available.
Time your life.
Hmm.